dear students. Welcome to today's topic, 3 questions of class 7. My dear student, what comes to your mind when I say 3 questions? Don't you think that the title says us the entire story's theme? So here 3 questions. So who is asking question to whom? So let us find in the story who is asking what and what are these 3 questions. So it is written by Leo Tolstoy, and here there is a king or the main protagonist, we can say, and the king is finding answer for 3 questions. Do you have any idea that why he is asking or why he wants to know or why the curiosity is there inside him to know about the answers of these 3 questions? So here this king is in search of these 3 questions. You can see the board. The first question I will read it out for you, that what is the right time to begin something? I repeat, what is the right time to begin something? And the second question you want to know, the answer is which people should we listen to? So as we know that we have certain criteria, our parents used to say us that, beta, don't go there, or my dear daughter, don't play with that particular person. So we also common human being, we also have certain criteria in our friend circle. Similarly, here this king wants to know, the second question is, which people should we listen to? After all, he is a king. And the third question is, what is the most important things for him to do? So in life also, we sometimes what happen, we also remove some negative questions and we focus on positive questions. Similarly, here the king as well, he is also finding what is the most important things to be done, or what is the most important things for him to do. So now, don't you think that he would have sent many messengers throughout the village and tell them that whoever gave the answer of these 3 questions, he or she will be rewarded. So same thing happened in the story, that he sent his messenger to the village and tell them that okay, these are the 3 questions and whoever gave the answer, he will be rewarded. So the very next day, the group of wise men came there to give the answer. And do you know what was the answer for the first question? Many of the wise men, many counselors came and they gave various answers, because we all are diverse. Our thoughts is diverse. Our thinking process is diverse. So similarly, here this council of man they came, some says follow a timetable. My dear student, as we also have timetable, according to that we follow our schedule. It's a blueprint, it's a framework for us to do the schedule of an entire day, as we have timetable in our school itself. So after Hindi, there is English, there is Sanskrit. So in this way, it goes on in a sequence order. Similarly, this man told, this council of man, or we can say the wise man, they gave the answer for the first question, like what is the right time to begin something? So as we know, in order to begin something, we need a blueprint, we need a timetable. So similarly, here this council of wise men says that prepare a timetable, so that you can follow according to the timetable that what to begin first. The second answer came like impossible in advance. My dear students, don't you think that if we prepare something in advance, is it possible? It may be impossible. So some says that how come we prepare something in advance? And the third gave the answer like council of wise men. As we know, like you all are students and we are there to guide you. You cannot simply read the chapters, or you cannot simply know the knowledge. We are here as a tutor, as a guide. So similarly, a king, in order to run a kingdom, he needs certain people around him. So this wise man, they say that council of wise men, so that they can guide him and give lot of answer in every act he do. And come back to the second question. Here is, which people should we listen to? So here, the second question is, which people should he means king, listen to? So again the same happened as the first answer, like many of the wise men came up with different answer. Like some says follow counselors. There will be a group of counselors who will help you, who will guide you. Some says follow priests. Some says follow doctors. And some says follow soldiers who play an important role So I hope you understood the first two questions. Now it's time to see the third question. What was the answer given by this wise man? What is the most important things for him, means king, to do? And the answer was, some says follow science, some says follow fighting, and some says religious worship. Don't you think all the people, whoever approached the king, they were of diverse answer? Don't you think it was a great confusion? Who is right, who is wrong for a king? So what happened? He felt like, okay, I am not satisfied with all this answer, so I need to visit a hermit. Do you know who is hermit? Who live a simple, ordinary life and who live in woods. That means in jungle, or we can say forest. So he thought of a plan, and what happened? He removed all his attire and he took the simple attire and went with his horse and some soldiers. So he wanted that curiosity, he wanted that answer for these three questions in order to success in life, in order to get success. So he approached the hermit, and when he was about to reach the hermit's hut, what he did is he got down from his horse, he left his soldier and horse in the middle of the jungle, and he walked towards the hut. When he reached near the hut, he saw this man, this old weak man who is holding the spade. You know what is spade? An instrument, or it's used to dug the ground. So here this wise man, this hermit, he is digging the ground, and he saw the king. This man, he knows that he is a king. This wise man, or we can say this hermit, he knows that he is a king, and he greeted him. And there he says, who says? The king says, my dear hermit, I came to you to get three answers for my three questions. Would you please help me? But here, this hermit, he was not paying attention at all to this three questions what was asked by the king. He simply was busy in his work digging the ground. And after some time, after waiting for long, this king says, my dear hermit, give me the spade and I will dig for you. So without any hesitation, the man straightforward, the wise man or the hermit straightforward gave the spade to the king to dig the ground, and he sat on the ground. Again the king started digging, and when he dug 2 bugs, he again asked the question, wise man, can you please help me out? And again there was no reply. So suddenly what happened? After some time, it was already the sun set, and the sun was going behind the trees, and it was totally dark. And what happened? The king was tired, and suddenly they saw a man running wounded, holding his hands. From his body, blood was oozing out from his stomach, and he was pressing his hand on his stomach, and he was running towards the king. And he fell down, he fainted on the lap of king. And the king, he thought nothing, and he simply removed all the blood stain from this man. He used his handkerchief and he tied his stomach. And the man, the hermit, also did the same thing. So in this way they helped the man, and they at last, when the blood was stopped, the bleeding was stopped, he asked for water and they gave some liquid. And at last he slept. He was totally weak and tired. So what this two men, this hermit and king, they decided to hold him and lay down on the bed. And in this way, the man slept the whole night there in the hermit house. Similarly, don't you think the king is also tired? He's working, digging the ground, and he's also completely tired. So he thought of lying there itself in hermit's house. So he slept there, and the whole night they three slept there. And when it was morning, the king, you think a king is a big higher official, and he's simply lying down on a hermit's hut. And in that way, what happened? When he got up early, and he was totally blank. He was thinking, where am I? And suddenly the wounded man who was lying behind, he started saying that forgive me, my majesty, or forgive me, king, because this man, he was saying like, my dear king, I am your enemy. I swore very days back that I am your enemy because you punished my brother and seized my property, and you are the man whom I was thinking I was hiding somewhere, that I was waiting for you, like when you come back I'll kill you. But you are the person who cleaned my wound and you saved my life. You see how beautiful this story is. And when this king got up and went out, he saw the man, the hermit. He was showing some seeds. He was on his knee. And he went there and he again asked the same question. Would you please help me to give me the answer? Now I'll read out for you a few lines that what this hermit gave the answer for these 3 questions. So here I am helping you to read it out. So this man, this hermit gave beautiful answer like, I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Secondly, he says, the most important time was when you were caring for him. And the third, he says, so he was the most important man. What you did for him was your most important business. There is only one time, and that is now. Don't you think that live in your present? Don't think about your future. God knows we will meet our future or not. So at last I will end up this story by saying the most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment, because no one knows what will happen in future. Most important business is to do that person good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose. So my dear student, go back to your home, go back to your table and start turning the pages and read it out thoroughly. If you have any doubt, please call me and clarify your doubt. Hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you.